Ever wondered how beautiful Africa is? If yes, today we're going to be talking about another wonderful African country. And today's video we're dealing with South Africa. South Africa, the southernmost country on the African continent, is renowned for its varied topography, great natural beauty, and cultural diversity, all of which have made the country a favored destination for travelers since the legal ending of apartheid, which is the racial separation in 1994. Hello and welcome to Naija VR. In this video, we'll focus more on South Africa, and do want to like this video because it's definitely gonna like it. Subscribe to this community for more updates and turn on the notification bell. So let's get back to South Africa real quick. So checking out South Africa properly, South Africa has an executive capital, a judicial and legislative capital. We have Pretoria, we have Bloemfontein and Cape Town respectively. People in South Africa as at 2023 estimated count is roughly over 61 million people in South Africa, and the rate of USD to South African rand is roughly 1 USD equals roughly 19 South African rand. It's actually okay compared to other African countries we have. Now, with that said carefully, let's confirm how South Africa works and what is in it for you to enjoy. South Africa remoteness. It lies thousands of miles distant from major African cities such as Lagos and Seattle, and more than 6,000 miles away from most of Europe, North America, and Eastern Asia, where its major trading partners are located. With that system, the government controlled the minority white population, enforced segregation between government-defined races in housing, education, and virtually all spheres of life, creating in effect three nations: one of whites, consisting of people primarily of British and Dutch ancestry who struggled for generations to gain political supremacy; one of blacks, consisting of such people as the San hunter-gatherers of the northwestern deserts, the Zulu herders of the eastern plateau, and the cocoa farmers of the southern Cape region; and one of coloreds, which is the mixed race people and ethnic Asians in South Africa. South Africa borders. South Africa is bordered by Namibia to the northwest, by Botswana and Zimbabwe to the north, and by Mozambique and Swaziland to the northeast and east. Lesotho, an independent country, is an enclave in the eastern parts of the republic, entirely surrounded by South African territories. South African coastlines borders the Indian Ocean to the east-west and the Atlantic Ocean to the southwest. The country possesses two small sub-Atlantic islands, Prince Edward and Marion, situated in the Indian Ocean about 1,200 miles southeast of Cape Town. Relief of South Africa. The plateau covers the largest part of the country, dominating the topography. It is separated from surrounding areas of generally lower elevation by the Great Escarpment. The plateau consists almost entirely of very old rock of the Karo system, which formed from the late Carboniferous epoch about 320 to 300 million years ago to the late Triassic epoch about 230 to 200 million years ago. The drainage in South Africa is actually okay, rising in the Lesotho Highlands, the Orange River and its tributaries, chiefly the Caledon and the Vaal, drain the greater part of the country, about 329,000 square miles, which is roughly 852,000 square kilometers, to the Atlantic Ocean. North of the Witwatersrand, we have the ridge. The plateau is drained to the Indian Ocean by the Limpopo system, whose major tributaries include the Crocodile, Mogalakwena, Luvuvu, and Oliphant rivers. Soils of South Africa. South Africa consists of three major soil regions. We have the east of approximately longitude 25 degrees east, where soils have formed under wet summer and dry winter conditions. The more important soil types there are laterite, which is the red leached iron bearing soil, the unleached subtropical soils, and clay-like, that is the bluish gray, sticky, and compact polyzoic soils. Climate. Almost the entire country lies within the temperate zone, and extremes of heat and cold are rare. Its location next to a subtropical high pressure belt of descending air produces stable atmospheric conditions over most of the surface area, and climate generally is dry. Because most of the country lies at fairly high elevation, which tempers the influence of latitude, even the tropical and near tropical northern areas are much cooler than would otherwise be the case. High elevation and lack of the moderating influence of the sea produce large diurnal temperature variations in most inland areas. The plants and animal life here in South Africa. Natural vegetation varies from savanna, the park-like grassland trees, in the Beaufort and Lowfield of Mpumalanga and Limpopo provinces, through grassland with fewer trees in the Hereford to scrub fynbos and scattered bush in the Karoo and drier western areas, and even include deserts on the edge of the Kalahari in the north. Human settlements, herding, and cultivation practices have significantly altered natural vegetation for at least 2 millennia. The white European inhabitants have accelerated these processes by introducing exotic plant species. Urban growth, rapid population expansion, and spread of market agriculture, especially since the late 19th century, have also contributed to this change. South Africa has a rich and varied mammal life, with more than 200 species, including such large animals as lions, leopards, elephants, rhinoceroses, hippopotamuses, baboons, zebras, and many kinds of antelopes. Smaller creatures include mongooses, jackals, and various cats such as the caracas. The number of animals declined greatly. However, during the expansion of white settlements in the 18th and 19th century, and today, large mammals exist mainly in the country's wildlife reserve. Conservation of South Africa. The country contains more than a dozen national parks, the largest being the Kruger National Park in Limpopo and Mpumalanga provinces. Is noted for its populations of rhinoceroses, elephants, and buffaloes, as well as a variety of other wildlife. Conservation efforts in Southern Africa have been aided by the creation of transfrontier parks and conservation areas, which link nature reserves and parks in neighboring countries to create large, international conservation areas that protect biodiversity and allow a wider range of movements for migratory animal populations. People, which is ethnic group. Government determined racial and ethnic classification embodied in the Population Registration Act in effect from 1950 to 1991 was crucial in determining the status of all South Africans under apartheid. The Act divided South Africans at birth into four racial categories: the black, the white, colored, and Asian, though these classifications were largely arbitrary based on considerations such as family background and cultural acceptance, as well as on appearance. If you are still watching this video to this extent, it means you are gaining enough knowledge from this video. Remember to subscribe to keep us encouraged to create more content like this.